Man, look at that iPhone quality. It never fails to amaze me, huh? That iPhone quality's got your boy looking good. What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy Nick from the Get This Nick channel. As you can see from the title, the Lincoln Town Car is sold. I'm sitting in a different vehicle. I know you guys have a lot of questions such as who I sold it to, how much I sold it for, what am I doing now, what am I driving now, what's the next step, so on and so forth. So I'm going to use today's video to update all you guys on my channel about what's going on, and we are going to go from there. So first, let me get over to the spot where we're going to film at, and I'm going to kind of break everything down for you guys. So stay tuned. Let's go. Now, I could start this off by standing here and rambling about the whole story about how I sold the Lincoln Town Car, and I'm going to get around to it, but I know that's kind of boring, me just sitting here mouthing off about, you know, how I sold it and everything like that. So first things first for this video, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm currently driving and what I got as the, I guess, temporary replacement, you could say, for the Lincoln Town Car, and then we'll go from there. So let me flip this camera around and show you guys what we're working with now. So yeah, so this is what we got currently. This is the temporary replacement for the Town Car. This is a 2002 Oldsmobile Bravada, which, as you can see, is nothing special. We got a little bit of paint fading there. We got some scrapes. Only 114,000 miles, but it is some rough miles on there. It has seen some better days for sure. And it's not meant to be, you know, this is definitely not the same deal as the Lincoln Town Car. This is supposed to be a car that just gets me from point A to point B. Obviously, as you guys know, the Lincoln Town Car was my daily driver, so I needed to replace it with something. And I was able to come across this Oldsmobile Bravada for $2,000. It's got 114,000 miles on it, and it's not great, it's not bad, it's just kind of a whatever car in the meantime to get me to and from work. So it is what it is. It's not a bad car. It's honestly, for 2002 and for an Oldsmobile, it had some pretty decent features. I mean, it's heated seats. The whole front is leather. Obviously, it's not in the condition the Lincoln Town Car was in, but I mean, it's not a bad car. AC blows cold. The radio works good. I can't really complain for it to just be my daily driver in the meantime. So as of right now, this is what we're rolling with. I know it's nothing extravagant and is definitely not the same tier or quality as the Lincoln Town Car, but it wasn't supposed to be, you know what I mean? I mean, I gotta have something to get my butt to work every day. So this is what we're working with for now. I have to say though, like, in a weird way, it is kind of nice having an SUV like this that's a little bit higher off the ground. The Lincoln Town Car, don't get me wrong, I loved it, but it is lower to the ground, and it is a lot more comfortable and easier to get in and out of something like this compared to the Lincoln Town Car or any other car or sedan for that matter. So it gets a thumbs up for that, but that's about it. Give you guys a little start up here. The good old Oldsmobile Bravada. Yeah. Yeah. 114,000 miles. AC blows cold. Little stereo system, you know. So for now, this is what we got. Now, I don't know if I'm actually planning on doing videos of this car. I mean, I do have it here at my disposal to use, so maybe I will do some random videos on it over time, just to have, you know, something fun to put out for you guys, just to, you know, stay updated with the channel. But I really wasn't planning on it, but, you know, if I got it, I might as well do something with it. So maybe we will do a little series with the Oldsmobile Bravada. But now to the part you guys are waiting for. I'm just giving you a heads up. This is going to kind of be rambling. It's a good amount of stuff to talk about. I understand not a lot of you guys want to sit here and listen to me ramble, so I'm going to do my best to make it short and sweet. But it's a lot to cover. So I'm going to go ahead and just start telling you guys, breaking you guys down this story, so on and so forth, and let you guys know how this happened, why it happened, everything. So the Lincoln Town Car. So I've always told you guys when I posted videos of the Lincoln Town Car that, you know, anything is for sale for the right price. And, you know, if it's on my page and you guys see videos and you want to reach out to me, you could email me And that's what a guy ended up doing. There was a gentleman that's been kind of following my page and keeping up with the Lincoln Town Car since I started posting videos about it on this channel. He reached out to me. He's from out of state. He reached out to me via email months ago, and we were just talking back and forth. And he, you know, Nick, I'm keeping up on the videos. The car looks nice. He actually, oddly enough, the two things that he really enjoyed about my car were the fact that I did not have any front plate on it, because if you remember, I purchased the car from Michigan, and even though we need a front license plate here in Illinois, I never rocked one. And just quick side note before I continue, I truly agree and think that any car, doesn't matter what kind of car it is, it will always look better without a front license plate on it. And I know in Illinois you're technically supposed to have one, but I never had a problem. I rocked that Lincoln Town Car without a front plate because I just thought it made the front end look so clean. So he enjoyed that I didn't have a front plate on there, and I didn't drill into the front bumper with a bracket or anything like that. And the second thing he also enjoyed was the fact that I did not have a moonroof in that car. To some people, they want to have that sunroof, moonroof, whatever you want to call it. Me, I didn't have it. I didn't mind. I don't really care for it. I got one in this car, as you can see. I always leave this shut. I don't open that. I'm just not a big sunroof guy, but some people are, and I get that. But this guy liked that my car did not have it. So obviously those two things, and then also the fact that I was super low mileage, you know, under 40,000 miles at the time, he was super stoked about. So this guy was familiar with town cars. He has had his own. He really liked mine. We'd always talk back and forth, yada, yada, yada. Recently, we started talking more a bit on the phone, and we started kind of like throwing around the idea of, you know, if I were to sell this car and stuff. And I told him how, you know, I recently purchased a home, and I kind of used the money to, you know, I got some home remodeling stuff that I'm planning on doing with my basement and stuff. And, you know, I was just kind of talking to him, and he said, well, you know, if you're going to sell the car, what would you sell the car for? You know, if maybe I'll buy it if you could work out a price. And, you know, I purchased the car for $10,500 about a year ago. And I refinished the wheels. I put new tires on there, and I did, you know, I kept you guys updated with the maintenance I was doing on the car. And I told him that, you know, I think a fair price would be $12,000 for the car. And at the time, it was at right around 40,000 miles. And I said, you know, I think $12,000 would be fair. And he thought about it, and he agreed to it. And before I know it, we were trying to set up a way that we could send the car down to him in an enclosed trailer so that he could get it delivered to his house. So it was a very nerve-wracking experience, just because the simple fact that, like, we didn't know a good way to do it. I obviously had the title in my hand for the vehicle. He had the cash. We were trying to figure out a way to properly make the transaction happen, because obviously I don't expect him to go ahead and just send me the money and without sending the car. And I don't expect I'm not going to send the car with the title down to him and hope that he sends me the money back, because at the end of the day, I mean, it's a stranger. I don't know who I'm dealing with here at the end of the day. So the thing we came up with was that I would send the car down to him without the title. When he received the car, he would overnight me a cashier's check from the bank, a certified bank check. And once I got that check and deposited it and everything cleared, I would go ahead and mail him the title. So I know it sounds kind of sketchy, but honestly, all the options we talked about, you know, without obviously having the luxury of being able to meet up in person and do the transaction, that was the best thing we came up with. So a little nerve-wracking, because I was sending my car on an enclosed trailer to someone I've never met before, and hoping and praying that I get a check in the mail, which there was an issue with that as well, because he went to go overnight the check. It was supposed to be to my house by 6 p.m. on a certain day, and 6 p.m. came, and I never received the check. So I was kind of bugging up a little bit, freaking out. I'm like, yo, like, where's the check? I didn't get it yet. The tracking number for USPS hasn't updated. Sure enough, typical USPS, it got a little held up at their distribution center. Everything worked out. I got it the next morning. I put it in my bank account. It cleared within a business day, and I sent him the bill of sale as well as the title. So at the end, it all worked out, but it was a very, very stressful 4 days, however long it lasted. So we got everything. He got the car. I got the check. Everything worked out. Now, I know I was speaking to you guys about things I wanted to do with that car, such as modifying it, and some of you guys are saying do it. Some of you guys were saying don't do it, And, you know, I was just up in the air about it. It was hard because that car was such low mileage that I wanted to modify it. But then again, when I thought about tweaking exhaust and supercharging and all that crazy stuff I talked about, it just like really, it was hard for me to come to that, you know, to get that emotion, because I just kept thinking, you know, it's such a low mileage example of a car, blah, blah, blah. You know, I should leave it. If I'm going to do anything like that, I should do it to a Crown Vic or a higher mileage town car. So with him offering me, you know, with us coming up with a deal with basically more than I paid for the car, and I felt like, you know, it was going to someone who cared for the car a lot. Like I said, he's familiar with Lincoln Town Cars. He loves them. So I felt like it was a good price. It was going to the right person who's going to actually appreciate the car and you know, hang on to it and keep it stock for the most part. And that's what I ended up doing. So it's officially gone. I don't own it anymore. It is not my car. He is the new owner. And, you know, in the meantime, I'm going to be driving this Oldsmobile, as you see. So I honestly don't know what my next plan is for the channel. Obviously, I'm a huge car guy, as you guys know, and I will be planning on getting something to replace the Lincoln Town Car. Not a Lincoln Town Car, but I will, depending on how I feel and what I like at the time, be getting something. So I don't know what it is yet, but I am a very big fan of the Dodge Durango, specifically the, you know, the 392s or the Hellcat. Hellcat is pretty expensive and it's pretty insane, but a Durango 392 honestly wouldn't be too bad. So I don't know. I'm not going to say that's for sure what I'm getting. I don't even know what I'm getting. I'm definitely not going to be getting anything right this second, just because it is wintertime coming up here in Chicago. It makes no sense for me to go out and try to scramble to buy like a nice, clean, you know, newer car just for it to dump snow on us and be freezing temperatures here. So I won't be doing that. If anything, the earliest I'd probably purchase something is springtime, you know, early next year, March, April, if I'm able to find something that I really like. And yeah, in the meantime, I'll just keep stacking up some cash and have it on hand in case I want to put a down payment on something. And hopefully between now and then, interest rates drop a little bit too, because if I got to finance something, even for a smaller amount than I anticipated, I'd like the interest rates to go down, because I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but even if you're going to have excellent credit and you're going to buy a new used car or whatever nowadays, interest rates are hovering around like 6-7%, even on new cars. So used cars typically are higher interest rate. It's insane. These interest rates are brutal. So I'm not in a rush right now. That's why you're going to see me kind of slowing down on the content. I might be throwing out videos of this Bravada here and there just for the hell of it, but nothing as consistent, obviously, as I was doing with the Lincoln Town Car. But that basically covers everything. I updated with you guys with what I'm driving now, how I sold the car, who I sold it to. I sold it to a YouTube subscriber, so that's kind of cool. You know, I never thought in a million years when I started doing YouTube videos that I would ever like make a connection with someone like that to the point where I'm selling them my car across, you know, out of the state, across the country in a sense. It's like kind of crazy to think about, but I guess that's the power of social media, the power of YouTube. That's just how it happens. So we will see what happens. As always, I will keep you guys updated as time goes on where I'm at and if I'm taking delivery of anything new. But in the meantime, I'm cruising this 2002 Oldsmobile Bravada, riding in style, baby. And yeah, it's a little sad that the Lincoln Town Car is gone. I truly did love that car, but I'm happy that I didn't end up tweaking it and modifying it, and it went to someone who's just going to enjoy it for what it is, because I know me, and if I started messing with that car with the exhaust and all types of stuff, I would have started really going crazy with it and would have definitely flipped the whole look of the car, which, I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it just, for a car that you know, they don't make anymore, or low mileage like that, realistically, you know, I should leave it be, and I'm glad I did in a sense. So am I sad about it? Yes, but I think I made the right decision, and I'm excited for what's in store for the future for me, for the channel. It's always good to get new stuff on the channel, even if it is a 2002 Oldsmobile. New content that I could post about it, new cool things I could do, and hopefully around springtime next year we can get some car shopping going on, and I could document that for you guys too. where I'm going in person to look at certain cars, and we can make a decision maybe together on what I should get. So drop a comment. If there's something I didn't answer in this video, which I find hard to believe, please drop a comment below and just ask me. I'll go ahead and respond to you, and I'll keep an eye out for those. And what do you think the Get This Nick channel should explore next? Let me know. I'm obviously not in a rush, but is there anything in particular you guys would like to see on the channel? I know jumping from a Lincoln Town Car to a Dodge Durango 392 would be definitely two completely different worlds, but I don't know. I think it would make for some good content, and I really like that Durango. I like it a lot. It's a nice looking car, and the power's there, and I just feel like it's all around a solid vehicle. But we'll see what happens. I changed my mind like I changed my underwear, so who knows? But that's going to conclude the video. Thank you guys so much for dropping by and checking out the channel. I'm sorry, the Lincoln Town Car is gone, but I look forward to making content for you guys in the future, whatever that may be, and whatever vehicle that may be. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And as always, we will see you guys in the next video. Peace!